Hello everyone, I'm Stephen West, this is Philosophize This. But in keeping with the Creation of Meaning series, I think Camus would have some words of caution that he'd want to give. That if you think you're going to arrive at some ultimate system of values, and then you're just going to live by those values day after day, regardless of the circumstances that you find yourself in, maybe it'll work out that way, but his prediction is that it's going to be a lot more complicated than that. We live in a completely tragically absurd universe. Nothing out there in the world really makes sense until we decide that it does. And that contrast between the true uncertainty of it all and our propensity to steer our thinking into certainty as much as we can, that's a dangerous place that can lead to crusades and nuclear wars and all the rest of it. This urge that someone might have to come up with a perfectly crafted system of values and then try their hardest every day to never deviate from it, that's an expectation of yourself that may be impossible to ever live up to for Camus. Because he'd say, understand your tendencies as the type of creature that you are. As modern people, we have gotten really good at playing both sides of the fence when it comes to morality. Much like the judge-penitent strategy of Clement's, we've gotten really good at holding two seemingly contradictory beliefs, having them manifest in the exact same moment, and then somehow not feeling ridiculous at all as we do that. To Camus, there's a fundamental duplicity that's written into the way modern people often approach how to behave in their life. There are the people we talked about before that have no problem judging others for a mistake they made, but when it comes to their mistakes, well, anyone that can't get over it is just being unreasonable. Another example, at an epistemological level. People in modern society will often simultaneously believe that, I feel like I'm better than most people at figuring out what's really going on out there in the world. Seeing the facts, reasoning about it. I'm better than most people I know at being right about things. But then again, I'm extremely humble as well. I'm one of the best people I know at admitting when I was wrong about something. In fact, I'm wrong about stuff all the time. I'm the first to admit that. Don't feel ridiculous at all saying that I not only have the best strategy for being right all the time, but also the best strategy for being wrong all the time. In fact, I take pride in that contradiction. I actually think it makes me a balanced person. Something I want to make super clear here about what Camus is saying. He is not saying that you are a weak person if you sometimes embody contradictory values at different moments. To Camus, this is part of living in an absurd universe. This is part of being a human being. The weak person is the person who can't see or won't see the built-in duplicity and contradiction in their own thinking. The person that's playing some variation of a psychological game that allows them to believe that they're just living universally by a set of values every day of their life. Like if you never find yourself speaking passionately about something you believe in, and then catching yourself and saying, oh, but, then again, there's that other area of my life that I do almost the opposite of what I'm preaching about now. If you never do that, then you're probably not looking at yourself as thoroughly or as honestly as you could be. And maybe it's impossible for us to ever totally escape contradictions in our values. But one thing we can do, Camus thinks, is to be more self-aware of them.